Coming up on the next episode. Good afternoon, YouTube. It's Tuesday. It is 4:31 in the afternoon. I am working on my 3D printer. The parts for this came in yesterday, and I've been busy pretty much all day on this. Cleaned it all off, took all the old parts off, put all the new parts on. I don't know how well you can see it. We'll try to get up here a little bit so you can see the top end. There's the new mechanical filament extruder. And that goes through that tube there, that blue tube, comes into the hot end, which has also been replaced. That was a little bit difficult to do, but it was not impossible. You basically have to take the cover off of the, what they call the motherboard. I guess it's whatever, it's power supply, I guess. But and route those wires through this little Chinese finger handcuff thing. You know, you guys have all seen that, I know, where you stick your finger and the harder you pull it, it won't let you through. But it goes the other way. If you push the other way, it opens up. And that's what it did. And it was easy enough to get all the fittings through that. And so I was happy about that. Everything is done except for the bed. And I don't know how well you can see it because it's difficult to see. But I did take the old one off, and this is the new surface that's going to go on. It's got the self-adhesive, and I was letting that dry a little bit before I start peeling that off. I want to make sure I had it the right way. And this is just a metal, I think aluminum. Obviously the magnet won't stick to that, so you have to put a metallic end or side on it, or half of it, whatever you want to call it, to make it stick. And it even matters which way you put it on there, so you got to kind of be careful about that. The old one, you would think the old one would make it stick, but it didn't. I put it on there with just the new pad and tried that first. It gives you a little bit of a, it's nothing, you know, if you touch it very hard, it's going to move. And you really don't want that with the 3D printing, so this new surface will be good as far as adhesion and things like that. So anyway, all this is done. I cleaned everything out of the hot end of the extruder. Well, not the hot end, that's brand new. But all the apparatus here where it bolts to, all that's been cleaned really good. The fans have been cleaned. I've taken both of those off and cleaned them with compressed air and you know, everything it takes to clean them. So those are clean. And like I said, it is pretty much ready to go as soon as I get this new surface on it. And that really only amounts to taking, again, the yellow off of that. It leaves a self-adhesive surface, and you just stick that down on top of that. Hopefully match it onto that. And once it's adhered, it's ready to go. So that's pretty much all you got to do. So that's what I am doing. And thought I'd bring you along and show you what I have been up to today. And I'm going to take a break for supper here in just a bit. It is getting close to my supper time. I've been listening to Cotton Picking Kids play their music, and I kind of enjoy their music. And so been listening to that, and like I say, just working on this. And so far so good. Now when I get this all done completely, ready to go and ready to print, I will take it in the other room, and then I will start cleaning this room up. As I said before, I want to clean that table where the printer sits. It's got a lot of scraps on it, underneath of it. I stopped putting it in a bag like I was, and it just needs to be cleaned up, and all the sawdust, you know, sucked up around there. And like I said, I don't want this in here while I do that, because I know how dust works. And it will get dusty again, and I don't want that to happen. So it had been performing very well in here and working very well. Now Bob and I have been working on, while we can't print, well I can't print, he's been printing, a new design for the probe signal tracer. Went through several different design variations, an oval shape. I played around with a wedge shape for a while, and I settled on what I call an oblong shape. It's basically rounded ends on each side and then flat in the middle, and that seems to be working pretty good. Gives us enough room for everything I want to put in there, and that also opened up the area for the circuit board to I think a 40 by 40 instead of a 31 by 40 was what we were working with before. And I think Bob was able to do that, but it was difficult, and I think he'd rather have the extra room. So he is out visiting today. That's why I'm working in here, you know, so I don't have anybody to talk to. So I just listen to music and get my work done. I did one thing over here. I don't know how we can see that. This here has been straightened back up. It was drooping down. I don't know if that was from the factory. I guess it was. Or maybe I did. I don't remember. But I never did. I always wanted to get that straight, and it is straight now. So very happy about that. Got that done. And again, like I said, this thing is almost ready to start printing again. So once it is, I will. And so that's going to pretty much do this little report. I will bring you back, show you the progress on cleaning, and once that gets done, and we'll go from there. So stay tuned. Good Wednesday morning to you all, YouTube. It is 11:42 now as I record this. This is the finished 3D printer. All the parts have been put on. Also, I want to show you outside, and you can see out there that it's dripping and it's looked like rain or something. And if you look up on the roof, you can see snow. And I will flash a picture in here of my car this morning when I got up, and you can see what it looks like. So yeah, we had snow overnight, and it is mostly gone. So like I said, there's a little on that car there. But anywho, that's that. No big deal. On this printer, all this is done. The new bed is on. That was a job, getting the old sticky part off and putting the new sticky part on. All that stuff. I think I have it aligned pretty good. Now there's a little tightness over there on that side, but I'm confident that's okay now. It doesn't hit it. It gets close, but it doesn't hit it. So hot end. It's all done there. You can see there's no problem with it. Looks like the wiring is good. New tube, new cable ties are on there to keep that up there. I've got it up all the way just to make sure I got it. I got a little dust on top. I just now noticed that I hadn't actually looked on top. I'll have to clean that off before I move it. I'm going to move this into the bedroom while I clean in here, and I will show you that in just a second. What I plan to do. So let me get back over here on the other side, and we'll do that real quick. So hang on. Alright, well, this is what I am up against. As I said, I've already got the you can see the printer has been moved out of there and it's in the bedroom. The printer stand over there in the corner is the object of my cleaning, but as you can see, there's a lot of stuff in the way. And that is going to be my purpose today, is to get all this cleaned up and moved around to where it's going to be easy to get in and out, and also to get that cleaned out. I think I'm going to take that into the living room to clean it and get all the dust off of it, and then that way I can get in there to that area to vacuum it out. There's my vacuum right there. Put all these radios back up on the shelf where they were, and just get all the stuff cleaned up. Because my goal, in addition to that, is to get one of these shelves. When I say one of these shelves, I'm talking about one of these shelves. Not this one in here, but the one in my bedroom, out of the bedroom and into this corner. I want it to sit against the wall right there. I'm hoping I can get it all fit in there pretty easy. That's the plan anyway. All some of that stuff on the floor will have to be moved, but I think I can handle that once I get all this other stuff out of the way. So that's the plan, as I said. You know, there's also an idea, and I don't know how much the that shelf there would interfere with it or not, but I could put them in there. So I may do that too. I don't know, we'll see. I've got 3 of those black shelves just like that. I actually like to have all of them in here, because this is where all my radios and stuff have to be stored, and that keeps it all out of everything else. So, but anyway, this is a lot of, like I said, there's 2 chairs there. They don't need to be in here, obviously. That chair there, I may take that out and throw it out to the trash. I don't know. We'll see. It is no good, obviously. Casters are busted off of it, and it just doesn't, you know, doesn't function as a chair much, except for right there in one place. But also there's a oh, it's hard to see there. It's a strip, power strip. I want to get that mounted on that bench some way to where that will stay with the bench. That's the plan on that. Again, that needs to come out of there, but all this other stuff has to be moved, and that includes this table here with the other stuff on it from the move, and I want to get that done. Like I say, that's what I'm working on today, and we'll see how far we get. I'll bring you back when I have more to share. Alright, well, phase 1 is done. I have all the stuff moved out. Still a few things over there gotta go, but most of it's gone. Now, on the other part of this, what I want to do is take the server drive and the modem for the cable. Put those on the end there next to the door, facing the other way. That will give me room to put the long, tall black cabinet in there, and we use that strip there because it has a flat plug on it. And then I will plug in the modem and the computer into that, and maybe the heater. I'm not really sure yet, but we'll get that done next. And then I can start cleaning on this side here. Like I said, I have my cotton picking kids all keyed up, playing their songs. But anyway, like I say, I want to get all this done and hopefully get that strip mounted on the table. I've got that out in the living room to clean off. Got a few things to clean off in here, obviously. So anyway, once I get all this done, then I can bring the 3D printer back in. I'm going to set that table all the way back there against the wall in the corner as far as I can get it. Keep it out of the way, and that will give it a little more extra room here. And that case there on the light sitting on, that will go in the bottom of that printer stand, and all the rest of the stuff will be gone as well. So anyway, a few things up there. I'm going to investigate the height of that, see if I can get those cabinets in there or not. You know, I may put 2 in there because I don't think originally I was going to try to put one up here, but after putting this in here, it's obvious that's not going to fit with the printer stand in there. So and there's also a possibility of putting the printer in the cupboard, and that I could close the doors in, maybe keep some of the dust off of it. I don't know. We're thinking about all of it. So that's that. And again, like I said, my next up for this is getting this all sorted out. And that's going to do that. That's going to end my music though, because my music is on the server drive. And I want to get those cords all straightened out as well as far as I can. Get that all done, and I'll have a much better setup, I think. I've got that red cable that went into my room from in there. I can bring that in here and run that around this wall here. In fact, I probably could run it all the way around through the inside of that and not have to trip over it or anything. And bring it all around back over to this computer here. So I may do that. I don't know. We'll see. Lots to do. Short time to do it in, as they say. So I think Bob's resting up today. He had a busy day yesterday, so he hasn't been too talkative. Anyway, that's a good start on it. And now if I can just bring it home, as they say, and get it all done. So, alright, we'll check in later. Alright, well, we're back once more again. It is 1:18 now in the afternoon. I do have all this complete. Well, I say complete. Junior Brown's in the background. Sorry about that. But I think there's enough room now. I've measured it. 30 inches is what I need. And it should be plenty of space there for the long, tall black cabinet. I also measured that, and it's not tall enough as it is. I think that to the bottom of those shelves measured 67 inches, and that was roughly 70 inches to the top of one of those black shelves. I suppose I could cut one off and put it in there if I had to, but as it is right now, I've got one here, and I was thinking about trying to put one in here. Now, the way I was going to do it was put the printer next to the end of this, right even with the end of this, and then it would fit that way, I think. I don't know, we'd have to check it out really good. So you can see there's quite a bit of space there when that door opens up. But I don't know how much space there would be this way, if you could actually get into the bottom shelves or not. We may have to check that out. But anyway, and if I cut one down, I can put one in there. Or I could just use two. You know, I don't know, we'll see. But one for sure here, it will definitely fit there. So I still need to run my red wire, my long wire around the baseboard there for the shop computer. And once I do that, then I can move, you know, do that inside the cupboard there and come back around here and go this way, and then come into the computer there. That's the plan. I want to get this cable out of the floor. I don't want anything in the floor, obviously. That's as far as I've got now. So that's pretty good. Pretty good thing there, I think. There's an extra box there for the fiber network that Billy had. I can't remember the name of it offhand now, but anyway, that it's got a long enough cable. I just put it outside the doorway there, get it out of the way. So that's working pretty good. Happy about that. And that's that. Everything's hooked up and working. And just like it was before, only it's a lot neater now. So that's a good thing, right? Right. Alright, well, I did some measuring. That would allow basically 7 or 8 inches of space in front of the shelf between it and the 3D printer stand. That's not much. Plus, it sticks out just a little bit past the end of that, maybe an inch or two past the end of that facing there. So that wouldn't allow the door to come back all the way against the stop like it's supposed to. That's not a big deal. You know, why when you would ever really need to get in that totally. So I've been thinking more. This space here is actually over 60 inches, and that would actually allow for 2 cabinets to sit there. Of course, that would mean this needs to be moved. I have a couple possibilities for that. I can sit it inside the cupboard in there, run the wires around there, and that would work well, I think. That's probably where I'm leaning towards if I do any of that, if I do set 2 in there. So, you know, it's not a big deal one way or the other, but either that I would have to take and use the bottom of the one black shelf for this equipment here. Obviously the heater wouldn't be part of that, but the server computer and the modem for the cable, and of course the electric wire would have to go in there as well. That's not a big deal either. I think I have enough room to actually put that strip over against that baseboard there, and then set the cabinet in front next to it, and then still have the room for 2 cabinets in there. I haven't actually measured it. I just did a rough measurement over here while I was sitting here, and those are actually, cabinets are a little less than 30 inches, so they're 29 3/4, something like that. So I really wouldn't need 60 inches, but you know, I'll just try to do rough estimates here. So there's my my task now, is trying to figure out which one I want to go with, or which way I want to do it. So that is what I'm thinking of. I don't foresee any problems putting the server computer inside the cabinet, or cupboard, I mean, and all that stuff. The cable modem wire, the coax is long enough to reach in there. I've got it looped around quite a bit there. And like I say, the wires would run easily to a strip right there, no problem. And so, you know, I think eventually this heater is going to go in between, because I can't put anything else in there. It's going to go in between the end of the workbench and the 3D printer stand, which is actually going to be right in the corner now. And I think that's plenty of room for the heater there. Or even underneath here would work. I don't much like the idea of it blowing right on me, but you know, because that thing gets warm. It heats this room up really nicely. It's comfortable in here. I have my I've switched to my winter settings on my thermostat because at 68 in here, this furnace runs all day when it's cold. So I've set it to 65 during the day and 62 at night. I have a heater in here and I have a heater in my bedroom, so those stay warm. I don't have to worry about getting up into a cold room or anything like that. So that's working out really well too. So, like I said, that's what I'm looking at. Oh, also, if I do decide to sit in the living room, I get the sun in there if it's a sunny day, and plus I get my heated throw. I can stay warm in there easily. I wear a hat, so and wear sweats usually. So you know, I'm toasty. I don't like to stay cold at all. Now the only thing that really gets cold is my nose. Now I don't know about you guys that have big noses like me, but it gets cold when it's cold out. So anywho, that's that. Kind of like a dog, I guess. Anyway, that's it. And like I say, we'll be back later to show you what I come up with. Well, it is going on 5 o'clock here on this Wednesday afternoon. As you can see, I have been busy. I don't know where I left off, to tell you the truth. But I do have 2 shelves in here now, and I have one of them filled. Basically, what I did was move the shelf from there, took the books off of it that were remaining on it. Probably go out to the garage with those. And then I took this shelf here, emptied it onto this one from the other room. Well, this one was in the other room. I emptied it onto this one so I could move this one in here, which is what I did. So there you go. I actually had a little bit more room on that one. I don't know if it's a little bit wider or what, but I got a few more extra things on there that I didn't have. There's 2 radios right there, 2 portable radios. And there's a couple other items that I got on there as well. All these meters at the top were on there before, but they are now. So here, my meatloaf's done, so let me go take care of that. I just want to bring you back and show you that I have been busy. I did get the stuff moved for the server drive and the cable modem, and that's all out of the way now. I have my strip is right there. It can be plugged into fairly easily, and that should work out well, I hope. I still have this to do over here, but this will probably be done tomorrow. I think usually about separate times when I knock off for the night. I might come in and try to move this computer. This computer here is going to be moved where that end shelf is, or end piece right there. I'm going to put a shelf on there and let it come up even with the top of that overhang there, because it'll fit up in there really nice. And I think that's a good place to put it out of the way. That way I can put my printer in here and have everything where it should be, and I think that'll work. So that's the plan. So anyway, this is going to do it for this video. Again, I got to put some stuff in here. I've got a couple of items that I need to do. As you can see, I can't see my light switch any longer, and I may cut out a hole there in that black, and that's just basically cardboard back there. There's also the cable modem, RF cable, sticks out quite a bit there, and I could cut a hole for that as well. I don't know that I will. It will let that go back a little bit. It's sitting out probably an inch or two from the other one, but that's not going to hurt anything at all. So anyway, that should work out good. So like I say, you guys have a great evening. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.